Hey everyone, this is something that hasn't been discussed much outside of the novel, as not everyone would read the book on the movie that we've all seen so many times. During my read of Return of the Jedi, I came across something that I found to be very interesting. It's a short piece, but it really adds to our knowledge of just how tempting the dark side was for even the most heroic of characters. In this case, Luke Skywalker, where Luke first lays eyes on the Emperor after he surrendered to Vader's arrest. I'm now going to read to you a passage from the book, and I'll do my best to reenact it and bring it to life. Here we go. For the closer Luke came to the Emperor, the mere anythings he feared would happen. A black storm raged inside him. He wanted to kill the Emperor, but then what? Confront Vader? What would his father do? And what if Luke faced his father first, faced him and destroyed him? The thought was at once repugnant and compelling. For the first time, Luke had a brief, murky image of himself standing on his father's body, holding his father's blazing power and sitting at the Emperor's right hand. He squeezed his eyes shut against his thought, but it left a cold sweat on his brow, as if death's hand brushed him there and left its shallow imprint. The elevator door opened. Luke and Vader walked out into the throne room alone, across the unlit antechamber, up the gated stairs to stand before the throne. Father and son, side by side, both dressed in black, one masked and one exposed, beneath the gaze of the malignant Emperor. He looked at Luke's manacles, and made the slightest motion with his finger in the direction of Luke's wrist. At that, Luke's binders simply fell, clattering noisily to the floor. Free, now, to reach out for the Emperor's throat, to crush his windpipe in an instant. Yet, the Emperor seemed gentle. Had he not just let Luke free? But he was devious too. Luke knew.
Do not be fooled by appearances,
Ben had told him. The Emperor was unarmed. He could still strike, but wasn't aggression part of the dark side? Mustn't he avoid that at all costs? Or could he use darkness judiciously, and then put it away? He stared at his free hands. He could have ended it all right there. Or could he? He had total freedom to choose what to do now, yet he could not choose. Choice, the double-edged sword. He could kill the Emperor, he could succumb to the Emperor's arguments, he could kill Vader, and then he could even become Vader. Again, this thought laughed at him like a broken clown until he pushed it back into a black corner of his brain. The Emperor sat before him, smiling. The moment was convulsive with possibilities. So, as we can see, Luke did indeed, at the very least, play with the darkest of thoughts quite a few times, but it was his allegiance to the Jedi way, to Obi-Wan and Yoda, and the true image of Anakin Skywalker that he kept alive. Here's a fun fact. Even though Lucas really wanted a bright, upbeat ending, and he fought against killing off any major characters, even Yoda for a while, during one story session with his team, Lucas pitched a really dark ending. In short, the scene with Vader and the Emperor unspools the way it does in the final film. Vader sacrifices himself to take out the Emperor, and then Luke helps Vader to take off his infamous helmet. But then, Luke puts on Vader's helmet himself. In the transcript of the story session with Lucas and Kasdan, Lucas says, Luke takes his mask off, the mask is the very last thing, and then Luke puts it on and says, "Now I am Vader. Now I will go and kill the rebel fleet, and I will rule the universe." Kasdan immediately responded, "That's what I think should happen." But Lucas didn't actually want to go that dark because he was trying to cater to kids as well. What do you guys think? Should that have been the ending, or was it perfect the way it went? I think The Force Awakens would be completely different if they went with this dark twist. Let's see it in the comments below. I will see you all next time on Star Wars Theory. Until then, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember,
the Force will be with you, always.
Now, fulfill your destiny.